I'm sorry about that, but I got pissed off about this one here. I was doing some research just trying to find this damn thing because I remember this damn. I remember this time. I was a junior high kid. No, no, no. Let's see. What was this? 1981. Uh, Senior year, junior high, ninth grade, Patrick Henry Junior High, United Hills, California, on the outskirts in this one. We're listening to uh, an announcement over the head that everything got into a lockdown situation. I mean, the whole country went a lockdown. There was a video about this somewhere on YouTube on this shit. This was just madness, man. I remember seeing this thing time and time again, but man, I need to see this one again. Shot. Putting it in a search engine for YouTube. Guess this damn thing. PBS, Hour had, and a few others had put this out there. March 30th, 1981. Now, somehow Hinckley had a gun, got close enough where he started shooting people left and right. James Brady was one of the advisors of Reagan at the time. He got shot in the head. Reagan got shot and sent over to GW Hospital, George Washington Hospital. I think another Secret Service guy got hit as well. Brady suffered a bit of brain damage because of the bullet entering his head during that time. Hinckley got arrested. I mean, he got dogpiled, got arrested, and somehow they found him insane, incapable of a rational thought, except he wanted to impress Jodie Foster, an actress, a young lady at the time. And he was going to impress her by killing her. Actually, by killing the president, just to get her attention. You talk about stalking situations gone extreme at this point over here. This is one of the damn extreme ones. The other ones I've heard about, there was a stalking law put on the California books, if I'm not mistaken, back in the 80s or 90s on this one. And this guy really got close to this actress. And you're talking about crossing lines left or right. Well, this guy already crossed the line and camped on the other side of becoming a nut job. But to me, that's Hinckley for you. When I got back home, we're watching this on the news, and I'm like, "Is this all the damn stuff's going on?" I'm freaking at the damn thing. Ma's worrying whether or not I'm all right or not. This was the scariest damn time. I got home safe and sound. I mean, I'm West Coast. This is East Coast. Reagan comes out of a hotel, and he's getting shot at. So PBS Hour's got a link. Probably have to put this one in there, concerning about Hinckley. Rittenhouse, I'm not even touching with a 10-foot pole. That's a kid who was already damaged goods anyway before he crossed the lines. I don't know what was this kid's problem. Getting an AR-50 on his side of the stage, going over the next one. He thinks he's going to help out the cops? Really? And the right-wingers celebrated his asshole because he shot people. He killed people. And then pretended like it didn't happen, or just, oh, I'm such a nice guy, I'm good. And this kid gets to be jailed, but not long enough. No, I'll take that back. He gets jailed up until the time of the trial, and then afterwards, he was acquitted. They couldn't bring up any more charges on his asshole. So now, he's the right-winger's poster child. I know, we both hate that kind of crap. And that was kind of funny. I heard about that one in the university, and I was watching the videos in different formats from the independents out there. And they're tearing his ass apart left and right. Oh, I don't know about that. He wants to connect to the kids. Criminy, I can connect to the damn college youth. Even though we know for it. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Here's a question to the students' body. You don't believe that there was Antifa or Black Lives Matter doing the Capitol situation. Didn't think so. So when you have a cop getting into a situation with a potential suspect. But it wasn't. It was just cops being assholes about it, if I remember the videos on those. And yeah, they went over the board. And then you got like a bit of a riotous situation over there where a kid decides he's going to shoot people, defending the cops. See, number one, the kid was already mentally unstable as it is. Number two, he's prevented the means. He was given a gun, or actually he got his gun. He crosses borders. Intent. Now, a lot of people in the country watching this thing intently wondered how come this thing got acquitted. He already had intention to murder. He did. Witnesses. But I don't know why the damn thing got acquitted. This sucked. But now he's coming across and acting like he's all big and bad and stuff. He's a loser. He's a loser. Teenager comes across and does this heinous. I would not call Hinckley an extremist. Hinckley's going to have to make up for a lot of damage at this point. He tried to assassinate the president, and I don't even know how they got him. They got him in for psycho for almost most of his life. Now he's trying to make good about singing songs. He can't make it up to President Reagan. He can't make it up to Nancy Reagan. He's going to have to make do and make it up to the country one way or another, or just hide out and just don't be bothering with anybody else. But now he's got to deal with it. He's got to live with it. And so does the rest of the country. Only the rest of the country forgot about it. Rittenhouse is too fresh. So it's no wonder the students are going to be going after this nut job. I mean, there's a lot of things I can say about this guy. Unfortunately, YouTube would not like me for that one. It wasn't a cool reception. I call it a cold one. I mean, this was open air attack. And after security yanks his ass out of there, because they think, oh my God, they're going to get hostile in this one. Let's get the twerp out of there. And then everyone else is going, yay! Dumb fuck kid. He's going to have to live with that damn stigma. He's going to have to stay on the other side of places too. Just be with the right wingers and just live there, because he's already made his bed already. He's already made his bed, so he might as well live over there. But if he goes over to the college and is trying to say, well, I'm one of you guys. What I'm hearing from the other right, from the independents at this point, he couldn't qualify to get into college. Out here in California, dude, we would require a high school diploma or a GED. If you had those two, you can get into college, at least in a community level. Just to attend and get classes that way. Apparently he couldn't even do that. He kept saying he was part of this college or campus or that college campus, one of the higher universities up there. What, the schmuck couldn't go through a community college? Problem is, even in a community college, they'd be writing his ass. He's infamous in this generation. He's infamous because he bothered to cross state lines with a gun, and now he's tagged. He's radioactive at this point. I don't think he's going to find in the liberal colleges any friends. Maybe in the conservative colleges, if he's going to get his ass ripped on that one, then he's royally radioactive. Only in our lifetime do we get to see this kind of crap. Hinckley never lived down his reputation, but it kind of died out in a generation. I was in the younger generation seeing Hinckley do this and didn't have a clue what the hell this was. Some nut job decided to kill the president of the United States, Reagan. Only it wasn't carried through. People got injured. One guy almost lost his life. But because he recovered, they made a bill out of him, a waiting bill. And Clinton signed it into law back in '93 on this one. While I'm an adult and figuring these things, listening to these things, and watching these things play out. And then decades later, we got Rittenhouse. His name is going to be burned in effigy at this point. And it's people like them that the right-wing conservatives. The thing is, I can't believe we're so damn divided at this point. It's not even funny. We're both asking the same question. How the hell did we get in this situation in the first place? What the hell happened? What the hell happened? I can't tell you the answer, I know, because I don't know. I really don't know. This was nuts. He goes over. Rittenhouse goes over to a hotel and does his braggart, like every other right-wing asshole out there in the first place. Oh, I'm so cool. I mean, they were so nice over there. Oh yeah. Right. You can see the rotten tomatoes in their hands, huh? Of course, they couldn't do that. No. Their questioning did that. Their insistence. They're booing at him. Deflection! 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 They knew. They knew, but they wanted to be there to heckle the bastard. And it was their First Amendment right to do so. They couldn't have been. He was there. They were there in the audience, and one of the guys was actually asking a question straight off, and the kid couldn't deal with it. That was beautiful. I was laughing my ass off when I'd see that video. I was laughing my ass off on that one. I tried to stay away from the politics as much as possible because sometimes it was getting to me. Just the algorithms on YouTube and Google and Facebook. They were talking about these things in the Congress. They were also talking about those things in the other media channels. About how these damn things are actually locking us into a certain viewpoint we can't even get out of much of the time. I'd like to see something else different, though, but we're not doing that. We're not. I'm not sitting. Can we talk about Jared Kushner again? Oh, God. They're still reaming his butt on social media, how crooked he is. And that conference he was in Washington, D.C., would like to get rid of the Palestinians and have people move in and make money off the damn property. How does that grab you? And this is coming from Trump's ilk. Trump can't even support his own defense. He ain't got the money for it. He's sucking up the RNC left and right, and the RNC don't know what the hell to do about it. But they are controlled by the Trump's family now. It's not that we're seeing the demise of politics or democracy. No, we're seeing the demise of common sense at this point. Trump and his party don't have any. RNC is going to be losing out left and right because they can't get the big donors to keep their party afloat. And if they can't get the big donors, they're going to have to depend upon the smaller guys. Because Trump still owes. Big time. They're not going to get him in politics and arrest his ass. They're not going to get him on criminal charges. I'm saying if, at this point. If they can't get him on that, the civil charges will break his ass. Tear apart his empire. If he can't find a deep pocket to be indebted to pay his ass out of this one, there's going to be deep pockets out there willing enough to do this to Trump. They would have, and they know that this is a problem here. We worry about Rittenhouse and his idiocy. The kids and the college students know how to deal with this asshole. We're not going to worry about this schmuck. No, the Trump shit, that's even worse. There had been, I was telling you about Reverend Ed Travers, right? Guys, on Halifax, Nova Scotia, Anglican priest. He says a lot of good things. And sometimes he does get into the politics, and I have to send him videos to respond to this guy. He was concerned about how politics will be changing when Trump is gone. How things will be totally changed, totally deranged. There have been a lot of people out there worrying about it. The Republican Party is going to be the same damn thing. I said, no, when Trump got in the race and started screwing around with people left and right, or actually beforehand, they were already mutating into something else. I mean, shit, the Tea Party crap back in the 90s, late 90s, mutated into what we got right now, chaos and confusion. So the Republican Party had already been contaminated a long time ago. And now they're the Trumplican Party. They're going to be this way and thinking this way for a long period of time when Trump's gone. But the reputation for the Republicans are gone. Just gone. This is not a time for Democrats to start dancing in the street either. And this is partially what democracy is going to go through, and they're going to have to get itself repaired one way or another. We have to get this country united one way or another. We have to get it solidified again. I just hate for it to go into chaos and confusion and people wanting and considering that their lunacy ways are going to be it for our country. We already got a solid and we have a solid reputation in the world of politics right now, in the world of governments. Biden's trying to do everything else he can, but we still get the Trumplicans still running off with their big mouths and everything else going crazy in that. So we're not exactly considered a safe country. We're not even considered a happy country. No, the World Happiness Organization out there that puts out those reports of which country is miserable, we're really miserable. We're supposed to be in the top 20. No, we got 23. For the youth, we're down below. Well below. I think we're about 92, 93. Afghanistan's even worse. Bottom of the barrel. I'm not going to start moaning, how do we get in this place? I'm not going to start on that. Because we're already screwed up anyway. We're going to have to deal with this on a day by day, minute by minute, and hopefully without pulling out our hair and going bald at the same damn time. And how we're going to be able to deal with everything else? Good question. I'll hear about other politicians humiliating everybody else. I mean, that's just a pain in the ass right there. But getting back to the old gas bag 45, he knows he's in trouble. He's got investments in property, but if those properties are sold, they're going to have to be done to pay off his bills, and it may or may not be enough. He's going to have to be depending upon foreign currency to keep his ass out of this jail, and that means he's going to be on the take literally on this one. Imagine on that one. And that's a scary concept. He said he was already friends with everybody else, but you know, I think the other guys are laughing at him. They don't want to help him. They don't want to help him. He's not part of them. He's not part of us. He's out. He's out of the picture. He couldn't keep his act. He couldn't keep it together. It's like seeing a mob boss who is feared and terrified by everybody else. You know, they're terrified of this guy. And then suddenly he's got a guy like Alien X coming over here trying to ring him in for tax evasion. They can't get him out for any other kind of charges, but now they can get this guy. He's supposed to be the Al Capone. He thinks he's untouchable. Even Al Capone, as I said before, was taken down by the tax situation. He spent time, died in jail. We're not going to get that much, are we? I mean, are they going to be selling Mar-a-Lago? But the thing is, it's not his residence. Somebody else owns the property. Trump doesn't. He just leases it so he can park his lard ass over there and plays golf all the damn time. But at a property he does owe money on. He's already taken out bankruptcies on other places left and right. He didn't want to. It was reported by the Independents that Trump wants a confrontation with cops to drag his ass out of a property. He wants it on record. He wants publicity. This asshole was egomaniac controlled a long time ago. He was drilled into his head about he has to maintain some kind of public figure. Because without that, he's nothing. He is totally dependent upon the public, upon worship. His ego is that big. It's worse than dealing with the Hindenburg. But it's very explosive, probably. And the thing of it is, who the hell? I'm probably going to drop that question here because once I started thinking about it, there's no way in hell I'm going to complete that sentence. But concerning about what he's doing, he's scaring the hell out of a hell of a lot of people. But he's also pissing off a hell of a lot of people too. Somebody's going to do something and it's going to make headlines, and maybe the last headlines. I don't know what. I got a bad feeling in my bones on this one. And somebody's going to be taking that chance on him. And he's got his kids that are going to be driving everyone else crazy over. Isn't that nice? That nice. Oh, are we done yet? I got up this morning worried about my dog. She's not doing so well. Now the thinking about it, Art, is she can't get herself under the covers. It used to be a time when she could actually get herself under the covers and be okay. But there are some days that she'll ask and plead. If I'm asleep, she's got to curl up and just shiver a little bit. I wake up about an hour or two later and I'm putting the blankets on her just to make sure. I got to keep like a 24/7 on her. Yeah, it gets harder and harder to deal with. And she's my responsibility. And I'm doing as best as I can. I got somebody coming over from my HSS. In-arm support services. I've been through this route before with my family. Ma's been through it. David's been through it. Now I got to go through it? Shit. Helpful as it is, my Social Security is going to be depleted at this point. I've got to balance precariously. There's only so much allotment that you have to deal with. And when taking care of Ma a long time ago, Dave had to assume everything. He had the durable power of attorney. He was also being the head caregiver. I'm just support. During the time when we were taking care of Ma, she was bedridden. I was working full time at Walmart, and everything else I had was going into the family to take care of them. Well, not to mention we all lived under the same roof, so basically we're the support staff. You know, maid service, room service, more room service. No, I'm not. Yeah, orderly. She actually was able to get off the bed, and she had the pot. You know, those commodes. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what you do to take care of the family, you know. You do what's necessary to take care of your family. And I did. I ain't thumping on the chest. I just missed the living crap out of them. But would I repeat those days? Yeah, I would. I would. I could do a video about caregiving, more so than about the politics. I feel that one's coming up. Yeah, it's going to be that kind of a day for it. I don't think I need my coffee just yet, but it's going to look like it's going to be that kind of a day for it. So.